Peace family, back at you again. Chef Joseph's Kick Sauce for Entrepreneurs channel, back at you again. Today is going to be January 30th. It is actually East Coast time, 11:50 a.m. I usually like to get my videos out earlier, but today just didn't go that way, which is what it is. And the title of this video would be a chef's random thoughts. A chef's random thoughts. Sipping on some lemon water here. How many of y'all like water with lemon in it? Fun fact. I found out that the reason, some of y'all may be wondering why they put lemons in water. Upon my research, is that lemon actually, when they put lemons in water, it basically, the acid in the lemon, it actually kills, it prevents kidney stones. The calcium, it prevents calcium buildup. So, yes, some of y'all may have wondered, well, why do they keep putting lemon in water? Yeah, they may not know why they're doing it, but yeah, lemons help prevent calcium buildup. I'm not a doctor, just saying. But let's talk about a couple of things that are on my mind today, and from a chef's random thoughts. And the first thing I want to say is that a lot of y'all are in trouble. A chef's random thoughts. A lot of y'all are in trouble. In trouble, why, chef? Have you ever been to a place, right? Let's talk. Let's have a real straight talk, okay? Like I said, you can like the channel, like the video, cool. It helps out the algorithm, but I don't do this for that. I'm totally self-sustainable. It's all good. But, like the content if you like it, and subscribe as well. But a lot of y'all are in trouble. I don't know about y'all, but I'm looking at my life I don't know if you ever been in this place where you have talked and talked and talked and talked, and you try to talk to the same people, the same person, to get a message across. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems like it goes over their head, like out of one ear, and out of the next type thing. You know what I'm saying? But you've been talking and talking and talking for so long that you're all talked out. How many of y'all have y'all ever been in that place? Well, if you talk so much and then God is like, he just puts a zipper on your mouth and be like, yo, it's done. Mission completed. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at now. When the Most High starts to shift you, it's a beautiful thing, but just know when it comes down to speaking and talking to the same people over and over, when that season comes to pass, when it's like literally, when the Most High just instructs you not to talk anymore, then take heed to that. And I know I found myself just talking a lot, not getting too deep or personal, but people that I knew that were kind of around in my circle, where you're all talked out, and then you see the destruction that's happening because they did not take heed. Some of you all know, you can relate to that, where you have talked to people, you've been talking, you've been warning and warning and warning and warning them, hey, you need to take time for yourself. You need to do this or that, which I don't like to tell people what they need to do, but, if they ask my opinion and if there's someone that I care about, then yeah, I will interject and kind of say some things from a male perspective, because now you see that everybody's jumping on this person because they haven't put the work in. You know what I'm saying? And so this person not strong enough to say, just put a stop sign up and be like, yo, y'all figure it out. They won't do that. They just keep the weight just keeps piling on, piling on, piling on. I just stand back and watch, not even comment. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been talking to this person or people for so long, and it just doesn't register. And it's very hurtful to see people that you love and care about deteriorate behind the weight of other people. You know, but the scripture says 2/3 not gonna make it. 2/3 of people are not going to make it. That means loved ones, that means friends, that means people that you really dearly care about, they're just not going to make it. And you have to be okay with that. We're in a season now that definitely, I'm sure y'all know, there's been a shift, a major shift that has happened in the economy, in jobs, um, in people. You know what I'm saying? It's been a major shift that has happened. And you're on a trajectory to go upward, but these people are still sitting still. You have to be okay with that. Though it hurts, though it stings, but you know, God, the way I tell myself is that the Most High has a plan for everybody's life. Not everybody's meant to go down the same road. Some of y'all see people who are repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. And it's like, wow. And then when you look at that person, you can see the weight and the frustration on their faces. You know what I'm saying? You know deep down that they didn't let that situation go. They're still holding on, and it's draining them. It's like, y'all seen the Westerns. I don't know if y'all seen what it's like. Okay, let me tell you what it's like. Okay, I'll go back to a personal testimony. How something can drag you is where I'm going with this conversation. So, me and my cousins was riding mini bikes back when I was little in the country, and my uncle had purchased some mini bikes in the go kart. Two mini bikes. It was a green mini bike and a black one. And the black one was, I don't know, the green mini bike was faster, but the black one was fast too, but it was a little bit slower, but it was cleaner. It's black. Little small mini bikes. You know what I'm saying? But the green one was faster, but if you wanted to kind of look good on the mini bike and stroll around a little bit, the black one would be the one. And then he had a go-kart too. He had purchased a go-kart. So we was in the country riding one Saturday, beautiful Saturday. And I was on the black mini bike. And I thought it had a lot of power, so I tried to pop a wheelie. And my feet slipped off the pegs. And my hand was on the gas throttle. So the mini bike was dragging me on the back, around the back. It was dragging me. But my hand was on the throttle. I couldn't let go because my face was right at the tire. And you know what I'm saying? So the more I was holding on to the bike, so I tried to pop a wheelie. My feet slipped off the pegs. And then I came off the mini bike and it was dragging me. I was holding on to the throttle with both hands while the bike was dragging me, but the tire was right here at my face. And we was heading toward a cliff. Not 100-foot cliff, but we was going over a bank. That bank had to be, 30 feet high. And I had to make a choice. I could either go over the bank with that mini bike, or I can let it go on its own. And I let it go on its own. I made it through, but I seen that mini bike in slow motion go over that bank. And the only thing I said, oh, SH, what is my uncle going to do to me? A nice mini bike, and I wrecked it, trying to pop a wheelie. It was dragging me. I'm saying that to say is that how it was dragging me. I was just kind of using that analogy because, and it goes, I was trying to use that and to say that how certain situations can drag people. And, my cousin was standing back watching, but I didn't want to let go, but the situation the mini bike situation was dragging me. What was I supposed to do? I didn't know what to do, so I did let go in the end. So, same as some of the situations that you all may be in that may be dragging you. Or you may see the situation dragging someone else, whether it's a relationship, things like that. And you want to step in or intervene, but you see the weight and you can see the battle scars that these people are carrying because they simply won't let go. For me, I've let go. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I have a motto, and I've said this before in the last video. Like, I don't pay for other people's mistakes. I don't. There was a time, that people could make a mistake and then it ended up costing me. For example, if I went out and purchased a brand new bottle of vinegar, right? $4, $5 bottle. I mean, you're talking about nice vinegar that people put on that fish and all that kind of stuff. Well, if you drop it by accident, who should be responsible? I know some of y'all said, well, if they work for the company, then the company should replace. I'm not saying my company, one. Number two, I don't pay for people's mistakes. If you was negligent and dropped the vinegar, guess who's paying for the vinegar? You are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say is I don't pay for people's mistakes. Chef's Random Thoughts. That's the title of this video. And I'll put the date behind it as well. The second thing I want to talk about, and we're at 11 minutes here. I was going to kind of just want to tap in with y'all. But another thing I want y'all to ask yourself. So this is another. So it's basically two subjects that I'm discussing today. One, I just told you about that one, and two, another situation that I want to put on the table. Have y'all noticed that people are acting very strange lately? Or is it just me? I come up in the 80s where love was pure. Culture Club, Boy George, Whitney Houston, Wham, Duran Duran, the Pet Shop Boys, what's that other music? It's so much. Chaka Khan, Earth, Wind, and Fire from 70s to 80s. I mean, Toto, Africa. Remember that song? Take on me, take on me, take me. Anyway, I forgot who. Yeah, anyway, I'm saying that to say that was some really good music, and I'm also saying that singing that as well. Those were some beautiful times that we lived in when love was pure and people were real. You can walk to a house party like 3 miles across town and you still was good and walk 3 miles back. Today, they don't even want to ride a bicycle or the city bus. You know what I'm saying? So I come up in those times. So I can tell you that it's very difficult to sit in these times and see the things that we see today. But I notice that people are acting mighty strange. They're mighty strange. People are acting mighty strange these days. And though there's so much I can say about that and so much you can say about that, but have you noticed that? Like, people walk around like they're scared of everything. They're walking around like they're just like you have non-playable characters or NPCs, non-playable characters that are walking around who are just doing nothing, talking about nothing, going nowhere. It's almost like the video game that you see those the background players. If you've been playing a video game and you see the main player of the video game or the main character that you're using to play the game, then you see the ones in the back of the hills just walking side to side. You know what I'm saying? That's what we call an NPC, non-playable characters. But people are really changing now. And the realness and genuineness of people now, it's just not good. And when you're a real person such as I am, it's hard to be in those type of spaces to be surrounded with a bunch of NPCs. And because it can definitely be very draining, especially to those of you who have become awakened. And that's another subject. Because when you become awakened to the matrix and what you see, man, look, my friend Mary used to say, sometimes you got to see and don't see. But how you going to see and don't see? You know what I'm saying? Like when you see something and it's a revelation to you, you can't turn that off, yo. Seriously, you can't even act like you didn't see it because you've seen it. But the world we in now, man, it's like a lot of people walk around like zombies. You know what I'm saying? And when you see these things and you can see the programming in the system, you know, you the glitch in the matrix on top of that, it's like, wow, man, this is some wild stuff. You know, and I know it's not healthy to continue to be around that. So if any of y'all have seen that, yo, you know what I'm saying, just have you noticed people are acting mighty strange these days. Very weird. Very, very weird activity. Like you could be going down the street and somebody just parked in the middle of the road. I'm like, don't you understand you're in the middle of a road, like cars are coming? You just park right there, not pulling on the side of the road, not pulling into the parking lot, just stopped in the middle of the street. Not waiting on somebody to come out the house neither, just parked. It's a lot of weird behavior going on. So I just wanted to drop this video, you know, titled A Chef's Random Thoughts. And just the more you see, yo, it's hard to unsee. It is. And sometimes you got to step back and let people figure it out. And don't let people drain your battery straight up. Because a lot of people, and I'm telling you, a lot of people have not figured it out. And they see that you on your come up, then guess what they going to do? Can I get $20? You know, they going to come knocking at your table, sitting at your table for something to eat. And then you the one that went through the work to build your business, entrepreneurs, entrepreneurettes. You went through the fire to build your business to come up out the streets and stuff, but they didn't put the work in, but they want to sit at your table. Well, you got it, man. I mean, don't matter if you got it or not. You put in the work so you can be there. When you was trying to tell them, you know what I'm saying, they ain't want to hear you. But now they hungry. They'll say anything so they can sit at your table. I'm going to leave you with this story. Just like the scripture or the Bible talks about Noah and the ark. You know, the story of, you know, the alleged story of, or however you want to put it. You know, he's building an ark. He's building a masterpiece. He told everybody, yo, it's about to rain out here. You know what I'm saying? And everybody went to dance and party, whatever. Okay, man, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back. What time you say you're going to be here? Here we go. What time you say you're going to be out here building till? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, and we want to wait till the last minute, especially black people. Y'all know. And that's why a lot of you going to get left. I'm going to tell you that. That's why we can't get ahead. That's one of the reasons that we can't get ahead as a community is because we don't know how to be on time. You know what I'm saying? And then, I remember, anyway, I don't get into all that. But anyway, we don't want to be on time. But when that first raindrop hit, now they're going to kind of circle around. You know, Noah said it was going to rain. Here come one drop. Now 2 drops of rain. Now 3 drops. Now 5 drops. Now the rain is coming down, and he done finished the ark, and that joker's rising up now, get ready to take to the sea. And now they, man, won't you open up the door? Mm-mm. No, man. Do what you do. You want to party out there, do your thing. I put in the work. Should he have let them in, or should he have kept it pushing? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Chef's random thoughts for the day. The NPCs, and just be mindful that a lot of people have not put in the work, and don't let them pull on your battery. Seriously, because they'll drag you down, and they ain't even put in the work that you put in. You got to watch that. All right, I'm out of here. Just want to drop this quick video, and I'm actually off today. Oh, God, yes, I'm off. And you know what? I don't have nothing to do. I have a couple things to do, but they can wait. Those things can wait till next week, but I'm off today. And you know what I'm going to probably do? I don't know. I'm going to probably go to the ocean and look at the waves and feed the seagulls, to get away from these NPCs. You dig? I'm out of here. Peace.